Today, I'm finally checking out the Deluge Community Firmware, specifically in this video, Grid Mode. But before we do that, today's patron shoutout goes to Isaac Horgan. Thank you so very much for the support. Now, let's get started. So if you're unaware, the Synthstrom Deluge went open source with its firmware a couple years ago, and some very dedicated volunteers have created what is known as the Deluge Community Firmware, which you can install on, as far as I know, just about any Deluge. As you can see, I'm still on the 7-segment display version, and I was able to install it no problem. There are a host of new features, just some incredible stuff coming from the team. I highly suggest you go check out the pages where they highlight everything. But the thing we're going to check out today is Grid Mode, which is a new variation of Song Mode. So normally in Song Mode, you have all of these clips here that go into like rows. So I'd be in this clip and, I don't know, we'll sequence a basic drum pattern. Just like that, go to Song Mode, hit play, we can see that clip, then open a new one. And there's the bass right there. And if you hold down on it, you can see that's synth 0. This is drum kit 0. And you can start and stop them from over here. Just like that. And then you can delete them just by holding the clip and pushing delete. It won't let me delete this one because it's our last one. However, I can go ahead and take everything out of it. But there is a new way of doing Song Mode. Which is with Grid View, which, to my understanding, kind of emulates how Ableton works. Now, I've barely taken a look at any actual tutorials or anything. I kind of wanted to figure it out on my own. All I know is that you hold Song and then turn the main knob here to get to Grid Mode. Okay, so now this is kind of laid out like Ableton Live. Each column becomes a track. And then we have clips across those tracks, so we can have different sections going down. So this could be, or I will turn this into our drum track, so this will be like intro, and then verse, and then chorus, and verse 2, and chorus 2, and stuff like that. And we're still on the Deluge, so we can actually scroll up and down, and left and right, and we have all this room to work with. And then, just like in Ableton, you can arm and disarm clips just by pushing them here. And that's what happens when we have this green button selected over here. I'm not sure if these colors are going to show up on camera. I haven't filmed the Deluge in a while, so I might not remember how to get the colors coming across. But this button right here, this pad is green. This one is blue. When the green pad is lit up, that allows you to arm and disarm and trigger clips. When you hold down on the blue pad, that allows you to actually go into individual clips. So I'm going to hold down the blue pad and then go into this clip here. And as you can see, now we're in clip view. So let's change this back to a drum kit, and let's play that basic drum pattern in again here. There we go. Now back in Song Mode, we can see it's going. And if I go ahead and press it, it stops. And what's cool is if it's playing and I trigger it to stop, I'm actually going to get a countdown until it stops. So 3, 2, 1, stop. Which is really cool. All right, so let's add another clip on a different track. So to do that, we're going to hold down the blue button and then go right here, I think. New track. Yeah, I'm going to give myself a little release. And I'm just going to play something in here. And I'm going to set it to 1 bar long. And now, as you can see, back in Song Mode, we have 2 clips. Mute the drums, bring them back in, and we got the countdown to when the drums came back in, too. 4, 3, 2, 1. I did not count that in time. There we go. You get it. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Yeah, that works pretty much just like Ableton. And I believe we also have scene launch over here too, so... Oh, I have to have the sequencer going. That's a little annoying. Yeah, so I just tried to launch this scene, but there's nothing here. Let's fix that. So we want to once again hold down the blue pad, and now we can either just add a new clip on the drums, which again is this column right here, or we can copy what we have into a new slot and then modify it. So let's add a new clip first. So we'll just do that, okay? Now we're on that same instrument because each column is one instrument. So now we can have 16 instruments on the same page. This is a much better system, in my opinion, than the, what do they call it now? Rows view, which is the old way of doing song mode. This works a lot better. So let's go into this clip and change up the drums here. Let's go and make like a fill. And if I hit play, nothing's going to happen because the clip isn't armed. Okay, now let's go ahead and copy our melodic part so we can make a variation of that to go along with this fill. So to copy it, I'm going to hold down the blue pad, hold down the clip I want to copy, and then kind of just paste it where I want it to go. So right here, let's make sure to activate it, hold down the blue pad and go into it. And let's hear how it lines up with our drums. Let's change the melody a little bit. Let's take this last note right here and let's bring it down a half step under where we started. And then actually let's go in and cut the tie of this note right here. And let's cut that off too. There we go. Just clean it up a bit. And now we should be able to switch between these with these scene launch buttons here. Yeah, cool. Let's add a bass. Obviously, these sounds aren't anything special and they sound quite bad. I'm just using stock stuff. In fact, that's so bad. Let's do like maybe a walk down. Let's go back to our synth here. Okay, so obviously this sounds terrible, but that's not the point. I know some people just get so hung up on the sounds when I do these videos of just like exploring a feature or playing with something. It's not about the sounds today. It's so hard for some people to get that out of their head. So now we have another clip here. Yeah, this just works. This is really neat. Yeah, this is so much more organized than the rows view. Look at this. This is kind of a pain, honestly. So as you saw there, you can switch between the different sections, but look at this. We are using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our vertical slots here, and then the entire grid, just to do that tiny little change. When over here, we're using 5 pads total. So it's just night and day. Now you've got room for 16 tracks and 8 different song sections, all on one page. And then of course we can scroll too. And we have the different colors represented here. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but each one of these pads right here is a different color. So that's a huge plus. Yeah, this is excellent. I'll admit I haven't used the Deluge much lately because I've been focusing just on the Ableton Move and trying to incorporate more budget-friendly gear, which of course the Deluge is not. But I will certainly be keeping a little closer tabs on the Community Firmware updates as they come out and the new features that are rolled out, because this is very cool. This is clearly a much better way to do a song mode. And I believe all of these are MIDI learnable as well. So for performances, you could really just kind of go wild. And I do know there's a new performance mode as well maybe we'll check that out in the near future. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.